Interesting time here in Dallas since the last time you seen us. We're still streaking. Mavs on the 5-game win streak. Tied for the longest since moving to Dallas, Kendrick. It's moving to Dallas. The Dallas Wings have not won more than 5 games in a row. That was back in 2015. My God.
That let you know how bad it's been. How bad it's been here in the last decade for Dallas Wings. But good times are here. Wings try to go for 6 in a row, try to break that record. Today with a win over the ailing Sparks today on a Sunday noon tip-off at the CPC. Let's kick it off right there. Wings and Sparks. Wings 16-8, 7-3 at home, just 6-6 in the West. So this is a big game. As they're 500 in the West. The Sparks 10-14, they're 5-7 away from LA, the Crypt, and also they're 5-7 in the West. Today's game will be on ABC. Wings are favored by 9.5. The line opened up as the same. Over and under for today's game, 183.5. Tickets were as low as $58. Going a little up, high price up here. I guess we can win. All right, inflation. Referees for today's game:
Thank you, Donald Trump.
Kevin Fanny, Catherine Chang, and Tyler Miroshevich. Dallas has in the predict meter. Dallas is a 58.7 chance of winning today's game. To LA's 41.3. Injury report reads like this: Alana, game time decision with that leg for LA. Kiana Williams, game time decision with a hand, and Kelsey Plum, she's out with a lower leg injury. Pre-game summary reads like this: after extended time away, really extended, like almost a week. The Wings play basketball.
How long has it been? How long has it been?
Man. I don't know, man. It's like when I turned on the screen, my eyes started hurting because of the light coming out from it, man. It's like I was albino in the cave.
Hey, it's all right, New York. If you want to dodge the smoke, I know they talk about you dodging smoke in Canada from the wildfire. But I think you're dodging some smoke from.
I don't understand how your team playing. It can't. Break in another. You can't. What was they in San Antonio? Where were they at?
I don't know. Sounds more like dog ate my homework type of excuse.
There are other ways of transportation. Y'all are getting money now. There's other ways of transportation to get here. Catch a bus, another flight. Good grief. Well, let's get
shoes. My shoes run tired. The sun was in my eyes. My dog ate my homework. Falls up there with all those mechanical problems on the plane. You know. The guy have a delay for
you waited 10 hours on that plane. You could have called. You could have made travel rate for another plane to get here. But anyway,
sounds like smoke dodging to me, Kendrick. I don't know.
Dodging smoke because they caught a hot air last night.
Yeah. Don't worry. They're gonna catch a hot L again tomorrow night when they come here. Finally,
after extended time away, the Wings play basketball again and attempt to match its longest win streak. Attempt to break its longest win streak ever with 6 as they take on NECA and the Sparks with this first manufactured back-to-back of the season. The Wings look to make quick work before the Liberty are here the next day. Can the Wings get a dub from the first half of the back-to-back? We'll find out. We will find out. Hold on before you take over, Walt. The starting lineups read like this: Page, Enrique Azy, Walk, J. Shep, and for the LA Sparks, Wheeler, Atkins, Burrell, NECA, and Hamby. All right, Walt. That's the starting lineup.
I like that last name you gave out.
Back to you.
Go ahead and
take it from her.
I believe LA is on a 3-game losing streak, and tomorrow NYL is on a 5-game losing streak. So Dallas better be ready. Oh yeah. Well, you dodge smoke. What do you expect?
Listen, Lisa. LA is one of the have-nots. So is New York. So you think, yeah, man, we come here and do work. But like I said, only thing that concerns me, this was a manufactured back-to-back. Now the Wings should make light work of LA, but you know how it is with the Wings. They play around with their food a lot. So expect this to be a tight game to phase saves them at the end. But the fact of the matter, the Wings have had almost a week off, so you want to fear the rust factor. But the Wings should not be lack of energy because they have not played. But I expect the Wings to get this win no matter what. It just seemed to me, hopefully, get out of here with no injuries on the first half of back to back, and hopefully not a lot of minutes logged for your starters that may include Coach Jose to do something dumb like, hey, we're not playing nobody the next night of back to back.
Well, you know what? I was actually concerned about that, Kendrick, because as you know, we're going to play 3 games in 4 days.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either New York doesn't see Page or Portland doesn't see Page. Probably Portland is not going to get the Page, but it's going to be AZ Fudd night on for one of these games. I prefer Portland.
Portland.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Yeah. Taiwan stuck on the tarmac 10 hours. What is this, amateur hour? Get another plane. There are people that travel, spend money. That was embarrassing for New York and the league. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It basically it stuck it to the Wings because they should have played on Thursday. Now you got to manufacture back to back that you wasn't prepared for. So, but it is what it is. You got to deal with it.
I don't get why we couldn't play Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, Friday. New York didn't play Friday. It wasn't like they were doing anything.
Right.
But like I said, that's a shame on the league. So the Wings get stuck with a back to back that they didn't. That wasn't in the schedule. So
Taiwan, I've heard it all before. Shoes were untied, sun was in my eyes, and dog ate my homework. Now I'm gonna have to put it up there. Mechanical issues with the plane is why I couldn't show up today. Mechanical issues with my car is why I couldn't show up today. I'll put that on the list.
Trying to hold off for that hot air. They still got one last.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, but
maybe that whole incident inspired the Wings to come out, firing them up to come out here and get this dub today.
Listen, nothing about today says that the Wings shouldn't win by 20. But we saw this. Listen. At least me personally, I've seen this all before. With games against Seattle and against Chicago, the Wings, like I said, sometimes they tend to play around with their food, especially when they had a lot of days off. So that's the only thing concerning me. But all the times they should get this win. Like I said, one of the hottest teams in the W next to Golden State. I think it was 8 straight. You should make this 17-8. And like I said before, if the Wings are true contenders, like I guess the national media is starting to say they are, you don't lose games to Los Angeles without their best player, Kelsey Plum, was not playing tonight. I mean, this afternoon.
Well, we had the best player in the WNBA on our team, so.
So you need to handle up on this game. Get these women up out of here quick and early, and get this dub and get on to New York. Like I said, you want to avoid any injuries going into that game against New York, give them any kind of chance of hope for tomorrow night also.
Should we show that clip of all those cheap shots A'ja Wilson takes and makes her number best player?
Come on, man. I'll show you that clip and you done took that thing and put it all over social media, man.
I just want to let you know this is supposed to be my best player in the WNBA doesn't have to stick to those tactics.
Man, you
goes out there and plays ball.
I showed you that clip in confidence. You done took it right crazy with it.
No, that clip wasn't giving you any confidence. It's all over the internet. It's splashed all over the internet.
I showed you.
Somebody put that piece together.
You just reposted that.
Do you know why somebody put that out there? Because they feel the exact same way I do. With those elbows and those, they showed the play when she dotted a line in the nose. I mean, good grief. These elbows coming in sharp and fast, man.
You just dotted once, you dotted it twice.
Yeah, they caught the main one when she first put the mask on her face. Oh man. So look, tonight goes like this. Or I'm sorry, not tonight, today. This afternoon goes like this. Wings get in here. They've had some time off. When was the last time the Sparks played?
Sparks played Friday.
Okay, so technically we got an extra day or two off, to let some things heal or whatever. And I just think what I want to see from the Wings today, I hope they come out energized. Of course, I want to see. You know what I want to see after the All-Star break with the Wings team? I want to see more AZ involvement in the game. I want to see more threes from AZ. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I want to see her. I want to see her more involved. I remember we talked about this a few weeks ago. You know, it's upset me. Apparently, upset some people in the Flood family. The fact that you using that you're using her as base as a bailout 3-point shooter. She's not. That's not who she is. She's not just sitting a 3-and-D catch and shoot wing. More or less. She can be. If you looked at UConn, she had most of the offense run for her. So if you got that kind of a weapon, use it. Have plays run for her. And I've seen her. She is shooting the ball more. She is getting more involved in the offense, but she can do more in the offense than just stand over on either corner or baseline of 3-point line and just wait if a play is not developed for a catch out, bailout, shooting three. She's more than that out there. If that's who she is, then why the hell did you draft her? In my opinion. But the fact of the matter is she is more than that. She's one of the leading scorers all time at UConn, one of the leading scorers last year in college basketball. So she can put them up and like I said, set off some flush screens, some Iverson cuts, some double picks in the middle of the court, sell some mid range. Just run plays for her, and that will open it up for Paige more, as well as the rest of the Jay Shep and the rest of the teammates. Because listen, as much as we like to say, listen, this is my opinion. The Wings, they're a good offensive team, but they're a good offensive team based on two elite offensive players. At least we know that's getting the ball. That's Jay Shep and Paige and AZ. Behind that, you really don't have that much consistent offense running behind that Paige, AZ, and Jay Shep. Enrique's hit and miss. Sometimes she may hit, and most of the time she miss. Same with Zaza. If she can get off the bench, if coach ain't mad at her. We know we don't get that much from your girl Maddie. She's trying to find Jay. Alana, basically she can't get out of injury out of the IR or whatever it is to be offensive candidate. But it's not a lot of offense here behind that big three. So you're gonna have to get more innovative in getting AZ involved. So your offense can start kicking in ways that even you didn't think the Wings could go into the second half.
Caitlin Clark 45-point game was about what 2 or 3 nights ago. We're not gonna keep hyping this up, right?
Yeah.
Or that's not we're gonna keep talking about.
Or in my opinion, you're gonna have to make a trade. I still in the candidate, even though the Wings are winning. You're gonna have to do.
Here we go.
You're gonna have to do something.
Here we go. Let me guess, you're still trying to ship Maddie to Toronto?
Listen, I'm trying to get rotational players who actually can play because apparently just if you ask coach, there's not a lot of depth on this team because he shows you because he doesn't play most players. So I'm just going by what I'm seeing.
Paige didn't play any back-to-backs last year on those tendonitis knees. The league did her a solid, and they didn't have any scheduled this year until now. Did you see what Jose said when Jazz and Melissa asked him about getting AZ more involved? No, we didn't. I don't know if he had said in the pregame. I was just with Jazz the other day too. I don't know if she asked her in the pregame today or when she asked her, but no, we haven't seen it.
I hope listen. Like I said before, 2 or 3 weeks ago, it was a thing. Because if I'm seeing it and other folks are saying it's a thing. When you sitting up there and she's basically 55% sitting in the corner on the wing just waiting for a 3-point shot. That's not good offense, especially when you drafted somebody a number 1 pick. And it puts too much strain on your offense, especially when you don't know day in and day out what you're gonna get from Enrique. What you gonna besides Jay Shep and Paige, what you gonna get from anybody else? She is the best shooter on the team. Use that. You don't cut off your nose to spite your face, man. So like I said, it needs to be called out. Now, whether he listens to it or not, that's a personal issue. Before that, but if the Wings want to do what they want to do this season, she's going to have to expand her offense and get more heavily involved in what she has been the first half of the season if the Wings won't make a playoff push.
Right. Okay, now they're talking to NECA. But I just think AZ is a big piece of the team, and she needs to be, like you said, she needs to be used more than just spot up shooter. I mean,
yeah. Hold on. Well, I gotta check on something right quick. Just keep chatting up. I'll be in back up.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, I just think AZ is a big piece of the team. It needs to be utilized more than what she is. I mean, it goes back to what Kendra said. I don't understand why you drafted her number one if we're not gonna use her as a big part of this offense. I mean, we saw we know what she's capable of doing. We saw what she did in college, and we see spurts of it here on this team. The question is Jose holding AZ back, and why is he holding her back? I don't know if this is a Gino Anaramo deal or what, but I would love to see her let it fly some more. Kendrick, you were going. I was questioning, is this a Gino Anaramo deal or what? I don't know what this is and why we're holding AZ back.
I don't know if it's Gino because he
well, remember he handpicked this guy. He's friends with Jose.
Well, listen. I know your thing with Coach Jose. Listen, I had a thing with him the first part of the season when basically AZ was limited to basically a role player, being the number one pick.
I just remember this, Kendrick. I told y'all when she didn't start to get in the season, I was like, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem.
Yeah, you're correct. But like I said, and also remember, after that that loss they had, I don't know if that was against Minnesota or whoever early in the season when they said she was out with the leg injury, the second game of the season or something like that. No, it was against Atlanta, and we saw walk behind you and Vosh. And she didn't have no limping and no walking. She did a TikTok dance right after. I mean, people with knee injury and leg injuries don't usually do a lot of dancing right after 2 hours after the game after it was announced. So I called you know what on that. But then after they were struggling, he finally gave in, and especially after that Minnesota and put her in the starting lineup, especially when you sitting up there with a number one pick and you basically putting in Odyssey Sims, who's a journeyman point guard at this stage in her career. Right now, Odyssey Sims' best years are behind her. But like I said, when you draft people number one, they play. They don't sit the bench. You're not that deep, and it's been proven.
No, you only won 10 games last year. You don't have the right to. You don't get to decide who plays and who doesn't. The best players must play.
Yeah, you had the number one pick back-to-back years for a reason because you a bad basketball team. So,
right.
This manufactured depth that he kept saying early in the season that we had tend not to be untrue because he's proven it himself, because you see a lot of players getting DNPs on this team on this roster. So
Caitlin's fraudulent 45-point game with 19 free throws. She had to get the refs to help her get what Paige got by herself as a rookie. You know what? That's subjective. And they say the same thing about Bam's 82 or 83-point game. Hey, look, when you go to the free throw round, you got to knock those free throws down. But I just listen. Kendrick knows I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan, but sometimes we overblow things with Caitlin Clark, and I'm just like, bro, it's a 45 point. This is what her third year in the league.
Yeah.
Why are we still praising her for having a 45-point game in her third year in the league?
We just witnessed somebody have a 53-point game.
Right, and 53. And we're praising somebody having a 45-point game.
And guess what? That Matrina had a 53-point game 2 weeks ago, and in sports, this is the media now. The National Sports Center put it on a little blimp, just a little picture blimp for maybe about a minute, and then it was gone. It was in the atmosphere. That was it.
Right.
Tied the record.
Caitlin Clark ain't even nowhere near the record, and
and they're doing like little mini movies over on.
My
Sports.
God,
that tell you why I don't really watch ESPN except for games on. I gotta watch the worldwide net fraud work. I really don't
we
watch them
we
anymore.
sound like Donald Trump coming up with them
Yeah,
nicknames.
the worldwide fraud work.
You can see Jazz ask him about AZ getting her more involved on her YouTube channel called Bitches Love Sports. Yes, big good friend of Jazz. We were just together at the AAC. I love Jazz. And I told her this the other day. I love the work she's doing. I think Jazz is doing a really, really, really good job. You know, she actually comes from being on the Girls and Boys podcast over with the Cowboys, and now
Yeah.
she's gone solo and she's doing her thing. Jazz asks really good questions when we are doing like one-on-one or not one-on-ones, when we get to talk to players or whatever or coaches. Jazz asks a really good question. No, Jazz is really dope.
Yeah.
She's gonna go far in this industry, in this business.
Yeah, and like I said, listen, it's a thing. It needs to be questioned. You have the number one pick. We're not asking her to be shot chunking, like that. But she had, if you look at her game at UConn, if you ever watched her play at UConn, what she's been asked to do here is totally different from what she was doing at UConn.
And it's funny, I talked about that when you stepped off. Like, we see what she can do in college. I don't understand why this is why we're reducing her to what we're reducing her to.
Yeah, you're reducing her role, and I don't get that. I mean, if they're going to make a playoff push, the way they want to, she's going to have to be more expanded in the offense. Going on in the second half of the season, like
if you want to win a championship, she's going to have to be more.
Listen. It's just at the point you're not going to get what you're going to get consistent from Marika. You're just not. She's going to have a couple games where she's playing great, and she's going to have a couple games where you say, "What the f?" Happened there. So you're going to get offense, because if you look now, Walt, the teams are going to start putting two on the ball on Paige, and they're going to start swinging double teams at Jay Shep. And what they're doing is they're playing single coverage on AZ. That's an advantage for you to have with her. And basically, they're not even covering Enrique. They're just saying, "Hey, you go ahead and shoot. We'll live and die with whatever you do out there." So if AZ is getting single coverage out there, she's good enough to beat single coverage against anybody. So use that weapon to your advantage. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. And that's all we asking Coach Jose to do.
This is why I don't like that the media goes to vote for stuff like MVP, because they are biased as hell. When it comes to Caitlin, they rob Paige to keep her from getting any thing before Caitlin.
I will say this. Paige was the leading vote getter. When it all ended, Paige was the leading vote getter in the All-Star game. Caitlin came in number 2. Thank God. But Paige was the number 1 leading overall vote getter in votes total. This past in the All-Star breakdown of votes. So listen, we know that Caitlin is the so-called media darling of the national network. But if anybody who knows basketball, anybody who watches basketball and just don't watch it just sparingly, knows who the better basketball player is.
I mean, my girl Paige goes off and has these spectacular games. Does she get Sports Center? No. But Caitlin Clark, can throw up 45 points and it's talked about. I mean,
yeah.
Well,
that's what I said. That's the way the national media works now. That's why I don't really watch much.
And what's sad is she's of European descent and she's getting treated like this.
Yeah, what I'm saying, but they have deemed her to be Caitlin to be the chosen one. Right or wrong, they deemed her to be the chosen one, and they're not stepping off that platform. But like I said, the only thing Paige can do is win championships. The only thing Paige can do is go win championships. That's the only thing she can do. She can't make nobody else.
That's what she did over Caitlin Clark in college, because
Paige
has a championship and Caitlin Clark doesn't.
She can't make the national media talk about her more or less. That's a personal issue. All she can go out and do is be the best basketball player. And you know what else that's a problem. You know who else I blame for this too? I blame the Dallas Wings too, because Dallas Wings don't make her accessible to the media. Okay.
That's a Dallas Wings thing. You got to do better at making. She's the best player in the WNBA. Paige should be. I mean, what she's done, Jennifer Hudson. Paige should be on Good Morning America. Paige, where's her Good Morning America interview? Right.
Right.
Caitlin Clark got one. Where's her one-on-one? You know.
Okay, Caitlin Clark got more than one.
Oh yeah, she was everywhere. She
got more one.
Where's Paige's SNL visit? Paige is actually funny.
Yeah, yeah.
Paige is very funny.
Yeah. You know, that's the way it is. Like I said, all she can do is go out and ball and be the best player in the league. Like I said, I think she's the #1 vote getter for the MVP. Like I said, if the votes, if I had a vote, then season ended now. She had my vote for MVP. The way she's playing, she's the #1 clutch player in the W. She scored more points in the fourth quarter than anybody in the W. And like I said, people know that she's the head of the snake, and they still can't stop her. So, but the game is about to start. Well, Wings and Sparks. I know who you have. You have the Wings winning this. Give me the Wings also. Hopefully they don't play around.
If I had my choice, Kendrick, the Wings would go undefeated the whole season. Just like I think the Cowboys would go undefeated the whole season.
Now you really smoke. Now you really high off something.
Hey, you know what, man? Man? I want to thank you for something today. I want to thank you for. I just had the pleasure of going to my grocery store and not seeing you in my produce section. So I want to thank you for not grocery shopping.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
See you in my produce section.
Don't thank me too soon, because after the game, I will be stopping by your produce.
I've already been there. So
all right, well, I'll be heading over there as soon as we're done with the post game. I will be heading over there.
I'm gonna went over there to get my things for my beef tips and rice that I'm gonna be making today. So things of that nature. So did you see the Mavs guy Zachary Rich? Yes, we did see.
Yeah, that goes into that 17 TPE that they had from that Anthony Davis trade. So they get a #1 pick. See if it works. Then they found something. If it doesn't, it won't hurt them too much. Because he's got to stay on his rookie contract.
Yeah, a lot of getting a lot of foreigners over here on that.
Now they got a lot of forwards. So, like I said, this is another
forwards and foreigners.
So PJ, somebody's got to go.
Yeah, well, PJ's pretty much gone at this point. Oh,
that's another guy playing this position.
But you know what? I do one thing I will respect about the Bears. What they're doing is they are saying we are going completely young. We're going young. If you're gonna go young, commit to it. Dallas Wings, go all the way through with it. Don't hold on to don't hold on to your star player just because you want to hold on to him. Get rid of him.
Well, like I said, man, you listen. You have to go young because you got to fit your superstar's timeline. Cooper Flag's 19.
Am I seeing this right? Holly Rose on the call today.
Holly Rose. That's the first time I seen her on the call. Have we ever heard Holly Rose on the call before? Well, we're about to find out right now. Listen.
I know where this is going.
Listen, remember, tomorrow, unfortunately, because the New York Limited chicken out with the plane, we're going to hear the golden tones of Slow Run and Golden Fran tomorrow.
Oh, man, come on, man.
So, there we go.
Fran King is my friend, man. I want to see her in Houston next year, man. Stop, man.
Wings in a row, dark blue jerseys, the Sparks in the white jerseys, getting ready to tip off. I got the Wings winning by 10 tonight. Today.
All right, man. We'll be back in the post game. Let's see how this turns out.
All right. Let's see. Hey, Cowboys, Mavs, Rangers, Stars, and Wings fans. It's me, Kendrick, here. I know the season may not or may be going exactly how you want it or not. But hey, like and subscribe to all those BFB DFW content to see me. I mean, forget about the other guys, because I'm the real star here. But hey, if you want to see Walt, Shams, and Vosh, that's okay. It's okay. But remember, it's all about me. So still, like and subscribe for, me and the other guys. Okay.